So a little bit about Jane Finch. This is a program that Tennis Canada started when we moved into the neighborhood and we built that beautiful stadium. We started this program because the community said to us, we need something that helps with graduation rates. So the Jane Finch Community Tennis Association was born, and it was a program that started off as an after-school program that combined homework and work with tutors with tennis instruction.
Thank you so much for partnering with us with your first fundraiser. Like as Tula said, right? Tennis is just our vehicle, right? So we started including a lot more employment opportunities, right? So we've had almost, I think, 14 youth-led projects in the community. Young people drove projects, and almost like 300 people benefited from the community, right? But it all started with engaging with them through sports, and hopefully, right, the young people can attest. We provide us enough good mentors, right, that can showcase different pathways and different opportunities out there.
And so, you know, it is a fundraiser, and so 100% of the fees, the registration fees, are going to Jane Finch. You see we have a silent auction inside. We have some amazing prizes. Bid, bid, bid. We also, as I said, we have our first ever Valley t-shirt. And so now we're gonna do a very special presentation. So Brian has been the head pro here for 20 years.
22.
22 years. Is the face and the heart of the club. Every single one of us are touched by Brian. The Distinguished Award is a very, very special honor, and normally the people who are chosen that year actually get that award on center court during the National Bank Open. We now get to celebrate Brian at home. I am very thrilled that today we have the Chief Executive Officer of Tennis Canada with us to bestow Brian with his Distinguished Service Award. Gavin Ziv, please join us.
Well, thanks everyone. Growing up in the community, you really start to understand what clubs like this do for our sport. And it's not just playing tennis, but it's what organization of tennis can really do, and you need leaders there to make a difference. The Tennis Canada Distinguished Service Award is a community award. People that help grow our sport. People that are out there teaching tennis, getting youth in tennis, helping with underprivileged areas and growing the sport in different regions across the country, fundraising. You're doing all of it here at this club, and a big part of that is your head pro over here, Brian. So I received this nomination early in the year from Susan and Gary, and talked a little bit about, hey, does this guy deserve an award? Let's see. So 38 years coaching, 22 at Valley Tennis. Pretty amazing stuff. You know, a lot of the work that I know you for is working with kids, and the number they said is probably over 50,000 kids when they looked at all the different areas you've worked in or helped out in some way. And working with kids and instilling so much for them in their early lives, just like what we do with Jane and Finch and with Alan, is pretty special. So you make a difference in people's lives, and it starts at a young age, which is so important. You've also been involved with the men and women's teams as the tennis coach for the Maccabiah Games in Israel in 2013, 17, 2022, and I'm not sure, 25? There we go. All right. All right, you like it done tonight? I like that. Okay, well, I'll see you there. You know, also just a big tennis aficionado who loves the tour, knows so much about the sport, involved in learning about challengers and futures, and this guy knows it all. And I think, from what I hear, has a pretty good tennis collection of old items and rackets and stuff. So we should speak about the Canadian Tennis Hall of Fame, maybe. Right? You're out there. I saw some of the tennis balls on the back of the chairs there, but you've done that with lots of communities around the world. In Tanzania, in Zimbabwe, where my dad's from. So maybe you guys should connect. In Jamaica, big brothers and big sisters. Pretty amazing stuff what you've done for that, and of course now with Jane and Finch and what we're doing here tonight is pretty awesome. So we didn't get to celebrate you at the National Bank Open this year. We'll make it up next year. We'll get some tickets for you. Yeah. So, but Brian, sincerely, just thank you for all you do for the sport. People like you make a difference in our sport, and that's where we're 5 million strong now, and hopefully more in the future. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Great to be on centre court too.
Congrats, Brian.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you much. There you go. There you go. Thank you. I'd like to thank you, all of you, like every single one of you here tonight.
Just read it.
Valley members, every single one of the Valley members. To have you, Gavin, is amazing. CFO of Tennis Canada, to present this to me is meaningful. So thank you very much. To have you, Alan, who I know from years ago too. We worked together many years ago. So fabulous to have you here too. Tula, our club president, who, you know what, you might want to think of president in a bigger form. We should certainly do it with someone like you. Thanks to all the executive who work hard and do an amazing job. Wendy, our club manager, and the monitors, Sarah, Tia, Michelle, you guys. That's up. My friends, my good friends, my family, and they're probably the biggest tennis, and this is, I'm not joking, that's why I asked for tickets, is probably the biggest tennis fan, like, is it north of the Mississippi, my wife there. By the way, with coaching in the early 1980s, some of you might not even know about it. It really began in July of 1983. I had been playing college tennis at Oklahoma State University, and in the summer of 1983 I headed to Europe to play tournaments, expecting to make a career as a playing pro. As things turned out, I struggled, I was a bit hungry, and ended up at a very famous, a world famous tennis academy in the south of France called the Pierre Barthez Tennis Academy. So where's Arnaud, Frenchman? In a place called Cap d'Agde, small little town in the south of France near the border of Spain. And to cover my room and board, I had to start coaching. And then this was later followed by many years of coaching in my native South Africa. In the last 22 years, right here at the Valley, still earning my room and board. In the past 40 years, every time I walk onto a tennis court to coach, or if I run an event, mentally focused and engaging. But I feel I always give 100% effort. I always feel I also give 100% effort off the court. So for the organizations and the volunteering that I do, that I feel very privileged and grateful to do, and privileged as well to work with some exceptional people. Giving your best effort, by trying hard, by being challenged, your tennis experience will always be magical. And that's the magic today. So, thanks again to every one of you for your support. This award, I feel, is as much yours as it is mine. And thanks for giving me this opportunity to do what I do. Woo!